Hey guys, and welcome to the channel, and if you are a new viewer, just remember that these build videos are focused around weapon synergies with Warframes, with all that other endgame loot in between. Now with that being said, today's video we're going to be looking at Nyx with the Zhu Prime, the Pox, and the Silver and Aegis. I'll be explaining why coming up, and let's just say that this is a bit of a jack of all trades build which can take you into endurance runs, and you can really hold your own. Let's have a look, shall we? So to get things started, let's just quickly show you how crazy the Zhu Prime can be as it shreds this level 379 enemy like paper in an office. As for the rest of the synergies, let's delve into the simulacrum right now to showcase the entire build in action. And just for peace of mind, I do like to showcase that the mods that I'm using are the same in the build video that I showcase, as you can see here in the example. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to spawn in 8 level 135 corrupted heavy gunners, and we're going to be testing what I'm using overall as a setup. So we're going to be using the Xenuric and the Void Singularity perk to group up enemies, then we're going to throw in some Pox to strip armor, and then go to town on them with the Silver and Aegis. Any stragglers here, I'm going to showcase the rest of the build synergy with, stripping psychic bolts there, and then firing that Zhu Prime and Hunter munitions just kicks in. Look at how disgusting that damage is. I mean, there's still some drawbacks with Nyx overall, especially when you take enough damage at high-end levels where your just absorb just gets melded. But depending on how you play, you can really hold your own. So with all that in mind, let's have a look now at the Nyx build itself and see what we're using for this jack-of-all-trades setup. So for this setup, we've got Corrosive Projection to strip enemy armor a little bit, with Vigilante Pursuit to spot enemies on the map and get a little bit of it extra critical with the Vigilante set bonus. We have Primed Flow, Fleeting Expertise and Streamline to maintain our Absorb, using the Assimilate to be able to still maneuver around with that. Now we've got Umbral Intensify for Psychic Bolts so that it can strip armor 100%, with Primed Continuity, Stretch and Augur Reach to help with the Chaos so we can crowd control enemies. Arcane Energize is there as a main option to maintain energy while still being in Absorb. I find this really useful, but not crucial. You can gain energy by just going straight out of it, dropping some pads and whatnot. And we have Arcane Avenger to just bolster some of the rest of the build's weapons to get some juicy red crits, of course. It wouldn't be a Zen build without it, I don't think. So before we delve into the Silver and Aegis Prime and its build, I do want to quickly just show you an example of how good the Final Harbinger combo can be to maneuver around while in a simulate. We just leapt an entire balcony to another there and took out this nullifier with relative ease as well. So as for the build, we have Final Harbinger in the stance mod with Virulent Scourge and Vicious Frost to gain our viral. Now Condition Overload is going to help proc additional damage with Drifting Contact for combo duration, which is going to help scale Weeping Wounds for status chance and Blood Rush to gain some occasional red crits with the help of our Avenger set proccing too. We have Prime Pressure Point for core damage, and I did choose Prime Fury over Berserker for the simple fact the weapon is quite slow without the full Berserker buff. So with that being said, that's not the only way we can maneuver around. Of course, we have our operator to dash around the map if need be. I would recommend Xenuric to do this, as you can get a few more dashes in, I suppose. And even though we're not going to really be benefiting from energizing dash, we do have Void Singularity, which I really enjoy to be able to suck enemies up into one spot. While those enemies are all grouped together, we're going to be using the Pox to strip their armor, as this is crucial at endgame. We have Hornet Strike for core damage, with Lethal Torrent and Barrel Diffusion for more multi-shot. We have Pistol Pestilence and Jolt for corrosive and status chance, and Frostbite for additional cold and status chance. Augur Seeker to increase status duration to help tick corrosive, and Fulmination for a bit more of an AoE spread. So just to quickly show you that these things are mainly to proc status and strip armor, rather than to do, any crazy sorts of damage. Anyway, let's move on and look at the Zhu build now. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll let me know. So as for the Zhu Prime build, we're going to be using Serration for core damage with Split Chamber and Vigilante armaments for more multi-shot, and the Vigilante set bonus giving a little bit extra crit as well. We have Point Strike and Vital Sense for crit chance and critical damage, with Hunter Munitions to scale up some slash procs as well, which is going to go alongside Rhyme Rounds and Infected Clip for a viral setup with a little bit of extra status chance from Rhyme Rounds there as well. So by now I probably don't have to explain to you how awesome the damage is from the Zhu Prime. However, one of the main things that was a deal breaker for a lot of players was the fact that it has self-damage after the round has impacted and then exploded, which happens a few seconds afterward. And well, this can be a little bit annoying, especially if you don't have something like, say, well, Absorb to be able to take the damage. And that's why I really think that this weapon and Warframe just go really well together. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of other synergies with this weapon, but I mean, this one seemed to stand out a lot to me, and I really had a lot of fun. I mean, we're making mincemeat of these enemies, like, it's really, really good. As for playstyle with this, I mean, you're going to be mashing through things with, you know, the silver in Aegis, and when it gets really raw and you need to take a step back, you know, retreat to a room in endurance runs, then, well, you've got your Zhu Prime and the Psychic Bolts to strip armor and then get that viral proc on with the Zhu Prime. There's bleed procs. When it all works together, it's great. You do have to be a little bit selective of your positioning a lot of the time. I mean, there are some limitations, like I said before, with Absorb, and you know, when you just take too much damage and your shield just breaks, you can get insta-killed by enemies. They seem to have incredible aim. Just as an afterthought as well, you can make your Sentinel immune while in Absorb with this build, so I would recommend a Sentinel definitely over a pet for this particular build. And now for some general housekeeping and just sort of news, I wanted to keep you guys updated. Now, it seems unfortunately that I'm not going to be able to hit partner just yet. Taylor, I think, has got in touch with me to say that I need to keep consistently making Warframe content to prove that, you know, I'm worthy of the part, which I can agree. I had some time off. I'm here now to stay and to try and get weekly content out as quick as I can. I don't, however, want to be rushing my content and it coming out, you know, half-baked. So I am aware of that, and your feedback continues to help me create better content. As for the Wukong Prime Access giveaway that was mentioned on my Celestial Twin video, I will definitely be announcing a winner at the end of the month, so stay tuned for that if you have entered it. Last on the list, I'd like to let you guys know that I am thinking about consistently streaming on Twitch, so stay tuned for that and more updates. I definitely want you guys to all join the Discord as well, as the community is awesome. We can give more personal feedback to me and, you know, chat with the rest of the community. Big shout out to Cephalon Keeper for being the Discord moderator and true, you know, partner in crime with me doing some endurance runs. Big shout out to Phantom and Headshot as well to help out with the video where we were doing some silly endurance run with just crowd control frames. I'm going to leave some gameplay for the rest of the video of that survival in MOT where we went over 2 hours just for a bit of fun with only crowd control frames. I'm not saying it went smoothly, but hey, it was fun. Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed the video, or at least I hope you did. And, well, yeah, ciao for now.